doing a quick review of some demos from our past week and noticing some things on our CT train. Like yesterday, in yesterday's vlog, which is posted today, when you're watching this, it's the day after. Whole lot of time manipulation here on this vlog. But anyway, going back in our match against Liquid on train, we had 6 gun rounds, like one of which was like a mixed buy, and we got the opening kill in 5 of them. We lost a 4v2, a 3v2, and a 2v1, and possibly, I think, a 4v3. Like, ugh, that's super, super frustrating. Now, I will say, Elige made a huge play in that 4v2, but we probably need to be to A, have the awareness to know that he could be close to Z where he made that play and be able to trade that out. Like, he shouldn't be able to get 2 people for free. Like, he should be able to get 1, maybe, and then it should be quickly traded. Or he should have to work hard to get the second one. He shouldn't be able to just literally line up 2 people that seemed to not know that he was going to be there. The 2v1, it looked like bad movement on part of one of the players where like a shoulder peak that should be this big was like that big. So something that we can certainly work on. The 3v2, just a lot of it just comes down to, I think, awareness, and those things are way more difficult to teach, and a lot of them come through just time and experience, which means that now that we've got some of the setups and those kinds of things already in place and tested, and I mean what I'm looking at here in number form is telling me they're working. When we're getting that first pick and we have an advantage, it's a good thing. It's telling me that what we're calling the game plan is working. But then the other stuff needs to be almost second nature, and that comes over time with experience, which means to get the experience, we need to simulate that, which generally means we're going to be playing a ton of scrims. I think a lot of Counter-Strike coaches or IGLs or teams, they feel like scrims are the best thing to do. Like, you can just get better if you just scrim 1,000,000 times a day. And I think it's true to a degree, but a lot of teams scrim wrong. They scrim and they don't actually get anything out of it. They don't play it like it's a match. So what they're doing in the scrim and what they do in the actual matches don't match at all. They're not testing things in the scrim. When it is essentially practice is what a scrim is. You should be testing things, not playing to win it and going all out to win something and then never actually saying like, oh, did that setup work or did this execute work? It's like, oh, I don't know because we didn't actually do it. So I think there's a lot of flaws in the logic of just scrim your brains out. But I think for us in our particular situation that we're in right now, I think a lot of that, especially on train specifically, is going to come down to just getting more time in these post-plant situations. Because T-side, we had a good T-side against Liquid. We got 9, probably could have had 10 or 11, probably should have had 10 or 11, but gave a couple free frags away in the second half of that T-side. But CT side, if we're going up 5v4 and we've got 4v2s, like those are rounds we cannot be giving back. So I'm going to discuss it with the guys today. I don't know. I don't think they realize just how good our gun rounds were for how bad they felt, right? Like we were losing them. We only won 2. One of them we won was no deaths, which is perfectly clean. Another round where we had the first kill. The other one we won, Ethan made a huge individual play outer. We were actually down 3v5. Ethan kills 2, brings it to a 3v3. FNS, I think, whiffed a kill, maybe like T-connector or something, but spotted both. So we had a 3v2, and we knew where 2 of them were. And then Cutler killed 1, stayed alive. Rotate came over, killed the other, and then they had a 2v1 at the end that we won. So like a lot of like little things that went right and were played well in that round for us to get it. Oh, that's frustrating. But we know, at least we're identifying, I'm putting eyes on what the issues are, and I think we have the first level of success, right? Like building up onto a chain of the CT sides need to be really strong for us. So if the first thing we need to do is to not take stupid fights and die, we're already doing that. Like we're up 5v4 more than we're down 4v5 on CT side, at least on that map. Cobble's a different thing, but the CT side of Cobble's totally different than the CT side of Train. So anyway, that's how I've been spending most of my morning. I think I've got another hour and a half or so before we head over to the house for a lot of the qualifier matches and shit today for E-League. And hopefully we do really well. I think today we should have to play a little bit loose and a little scrappy, just given the teams that we're probably going to be playing are going to be mixed teams, pug teams, lower level teams that are going to play pretty fast and loose. So it'd be good for the guys to kind of get some opportunities to frag out a bit and to loosen up from the very structured CS that we've been playing. And hopefully we do well today, and that'll mean, a lot of CS today, a lot of CS tomorrow. So I'm going to finish typing up these notes and get ready to head over to the team house. I just got back to the staff condo. The performance that we had today was, specifically this last game on Cash, it was pretty bad, pretty dismal the whole way around. And I just took a shower because I wanted to just mentally and physically represent washing that loss away, just getting it off of me. It was rough. We didn't play well individually. We didn't communicate well. We had one or two decent retakes on CT side. We lost a 1v3. We lost a 2v1 where we fired 50 bullets at a guy. Someone needs to connect the spray. I don't think we called a good game. The whole 360, we just didn't bring our A game. And no offense to the team we lost to, I don't even remember the name of the players. They're, I guess, a lower level team, but they played very well, and we didn't. And kudos to them for making us all feel like shit and beating us, because they played way better than we did today. They deserved it more than we did today. And then usually in the post game, we'll go outside, we'll talk things over, what went wrong, what went right, what can we change, what do we need to do better next time, those kinds of things. I noticed in the post game the other night, it got a little bit emotional where people were super amped up. So my initial plan was all right, we're going to settle it and then we're going to talk it over. But with the boot camp coming up on Tuesday, I actually just didn't say anything. I let everybody kind of sit there. I actually wanted the players to stew in that loss, because that loss felt like absolute shit. And I know it felt like shit to all of them, just in the body language and the things they were immediately tweeting. And I think it's good. I want them to feel miserable with that loss so that we've got a new low and they never want to fucking feel like that again. And so that's kind of how we left it. We'll have a really good hard grind starting on Tuesday, but definitely disappointed in our overall performance today. I thought we played okay, not great in the early matches. I think we won 3 or 4 games today and then lost the fifth one. I don't know if my numbers are right there, but we can't be playing B and C game Counter-Strike if our A game is what's required to win. And I think the guys understand that. I think the guys are right now probably super miserable at the way that we just got beat, and mostly by who we got beat. And they should feel that way. There needs to be a difference between our team and the teams that aren't at a pro level. Otherwise, why are we a pro team? Anyway, so that's kind of what's cooking. I've got to type up my weekly report and get that sent in now that it's been more or less a full week. So I'm going to be doing that here. I'm sure I'll catch some of the fight. Even though I don't care too much in particular for the fight, I'm sure I'll end up watching it. Not the best of days in terms of Counter-Strike. Some definite lessons, and I'm sure the guys feeling like shit is ultimately going to be a good thing. But, it's you got to take the lumps at times, and we took the lumps in a big way today.